Welcome back to the Religious Treehouse. I'm Jodie.
I'm Matthew.
How are you doing today, Matthew?
I have never been better, Jody. I
Hmm?
am so excited for this conversation, and it's just great. I'm so excited. Like it's all gonna be so good.
I'm excited that you're
Uh,
jazzed.
how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm making croissants. It
Yeah.
takes time, it takes love, and it takes patience.
Hey, congrats.
Thank you.
I could go for a croissant right now, so I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm making them fresh for chicken salad tonight.
Ooh.
Hmm. Yeah, we're getting bougie up in here.
Yeah, I usually get like Costco croissants and like the
Mm.
Costco like pre-made chicken salad stuff, which is so much easier. But I'm sure yours will be so much better because it's homemade.
And I bake the chicken instead of like crock potting it in water. So it's already a little seasoned and it's
Oh,
been sitting in mayo overnight. So
ooh,
it'll be nice and saturated.
been ruminating.
Ruminating. It's been a marinating, ruminating, all the eightens. And I'm just excited for that. And this conversation, Matthew, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Hadestown. Now, your first question might be, is this about religion? And the answer is no, this is not about religion. Uh, we don't care. We're in charge of this podcast. We can do what we want. Hadestown, as I've mentioned, if you've listened to the podcast at all, Hadestown is by far the best musical of all time.
Hmm.
And they put it on in theaters. They said, theaters, we videoed it. We took a camera and we videoed it, and now the world can see. You don't have to go to New York to see it. And it's just so exciting. I'm so excited for this conversation. We're not talking about religion this episode. This is the non-religious treehouse right now, but I I can't wait. I saw it last week, and then I also have tickets to see it again next week because they extended the time it was in theaters. And by the time this is being published, it won't be in theaters. It won't be streaming. You guys can't watch it. I don't care. I'm excited to talk about this anyways. Oh,
Yes, it is very thrilling when Broadway makes it out to the big screen. This
mm,
is gearing up to be the most successful proshot release. Now,
right. As it
will
should.
it be usurped by 6th in August? Maybe.
I did see that in the previews to Hadestown, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've never seen this. I want to see it because I trust anything that Hadestown is advertising for.
And I think honestly, we can link it back to the religious treehouse because it is King Henry VIII. And he caused a great divide in the church when he wanted to get with Anne. Or,
Hey,
yeah,
I haven't seen that, so I can't comment on it, but I do know that I've been looking for tickets for it. It's not showing
perfect.
in as many theaters as Hadestown was, so I am slightly concerned.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
It's six. It's six. My goodness. Okay. Anyways, back to Hadestown.
Hadestown. Okay, like I don't even know where to start.
Give us
I
the
know
cast.
the
Tell
cast.
us about the cast. How the cast came back.
Of course, of course. For those of you who aren't aware of what's going on with Hadestown, this originally performed on Broadway in like 2017, 2018, give or take a few years. I don't know. With Reeve Carney as Orpheus, Andre DeShields as Hermes, Amber Gray as Persephone, Eva, I've never said her name out loud. Okay. Eva Noblezada, is that her
Mhm.
name?
I
Yeah.
think so.
As Eurydice, and Patrick Page as Hades as like the main cast. Then you have like all the fates and the who are the workers, the backup dancers, and they're all so
Chorus.
amazing. Uh, like go to the IMDb page, look at them all. They're all great. I want to see everything that they're all in. But they went to they've been done for that for a few years. It's still on Broadway, but they brought them back to the West End to do a pro shot of like the original cast. We're like, oh my goodness, this is so exciting. And we have critiques on that.
Oh,
However, I mean, we share the same critique here. No, I don't share this critique as much as you have this
oh,
critique, but like we all agree on this. We'll get to that.
okay.
Uh, so we've refilmed it, or we filmed it, and now we can all see it, and I'm so excited.
Yeah. It was honestly, uh, I was a little surprised they were at the West End for the filming, but I wonder if that had to do with maybe a preference of stages
It
or
could
timing of
be,
things.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'd see both. I've been to the Broadway one. It was amazing. I'd go to the West End one
Yeah.
because they're all great. How could they be
Yes.
bad? It's Hadestown.
It is. It's Hadestown, and if it ever passes through your city on the national tour, go see it.
Yeah. Or like even if it doesn't pass through your city, go fly out to see it. Like it's so good. So, anyways, should we do a brief summary for those who are unaware of the Majesty?
Sure. Do you want to do it this time?
I've never done a summary. This is so
You've
exciting.
never done a summary.
All
I
right.
figured this was the one.
So Orpheus is a poor boy. That's very important. And he falls in love with Eurydice. And Eurydice is very practically minded. She's like, oh my goodness, how are we going to pay for the wedding? You're a poor boy. We're poor. And Orpheus is like, oh my goodness, the trees will provide for us in the river and yada, yada, yada. And it's like, oh my goodness, a beautiful love story. And then Orpheus is like, I'm writing a song because he's a poet and a liar. Um, oh, all of these jokes that like you'd only get if you know the musical. But Orpheus is a poet and he writes a song and he's like, I'm trying to like bring spring back. Like it's so dark and like gloomy out now. We don't have spring anymore. I'm gonna write a song and we're gonna fix spring and make everything pretty again. And we learn that this is because Hades is keeping Persephone down in the underworld longer than she should, and Persephone like comes back every once in a while for spring. It's like, oh my goodness, everything's pretty again. We're living it up on top. And then so he writes a song and he's like, I gotta get this song. And in the meantime, Eurydice is like, oh my goodness, I'm hungry and cold. What are we gonna do? And Hades is like, come live with me. Come over to Hadestown and like you'll be all fed for. And so she's like, all right, fine, deal. Makes a deal with the devil. And then Orpheus is like, where'd she go? Where's my Eurydice? And Hermes, who's the narrator, is like, she's down in Hadestown. And Orpheus is like, okay, I guess I gotta go get her. Goes down to get her. She's like, oh my goodness, I don't remember who I am because we're in an oppressive state of evil capitalism that's oppressing. Okay, I got off the rails there. But Hades, see, this is why you do the summary, Jodie, because like I don't know what I'm doing here.
You're doing great.
Eurydice is like, they've stripped away her identity. She doesn't know who she is anymore. And like, is this a parallelism for capitalism? Who's to say? It is. But eventually he goes down there, he saves her, he gets a little bit better at the song, and he's like, okay, all right, Hades, we got to get her out. How are we going to do this? And he's like, we're not getting her out. As we build the wall to keep the poor people like you out, yada, yada, yada. But eventually he figures out his song. He sings the song. He says, la, 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 la. And Hades is like, oh my goodness, how do you know that song? What a beautiful song. And Persephone is like, see, like Hades, like, this is great. Like, let them go. And then the fates love the fates. Fates are amazing. They're like, but like if you let them go, you'll be like seen as a powerless leader. You'll be walked all over. But like if you say no, then there'll be like an uprising. So Hades is like, an idea. They can go if they like don't look back, and they can't go together because evil capitalism divides and conquers. That's the moral there. So he uses the divide and conquer strategy to say, you guys can go walk away, leave Hadestown, but you can't look back. You can't look at each other. You have to do it alone. And they're like, okay, fine. I guess that's what we've got to do. That's the only deal that we've made. And so they walk on out. And then at the very last minute, spoilers, very last minute, Orpheus looks back and Eurydice is still there. And he's like, oh my goodness, Eurydice, you're still there. And she's like, yeah, of course I'm still there. But like he looked back. So she goes back down to Hadestown. And then it's sad because, they're dead. And then they start it all over again because like the whole thing is Hermes being like, it's a sad song, but we sing it anyways. And it's so beautiful. It's so great. I did such a long summary there, but oh well. Jodie, where do you want to start? What are your thoughts?
I mean, let me start at the original mythology because I read multiple translations and interpretations after watching the show. Because oh yeah,
Oh, I have not.
I read
Yeah.
Edith Hamilton's, and then I read the Georgics. Oh, I read Ovid and Virgil's.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah. And there's a few different interpretations out there about the turning around that I
Yeah.
just want to touch on real quick because yes, there is the doubting. There is the doubting turnaround where he before he steps outside, he turns around to check. There are
Mm,
also interpretations where she falls
mm.
and he turns around and catches her. My favorite interpretation is he makes it outside. He feels the sun on his face and he turns around too soon.
Oh,
And that's why she sinks back. But this one is very much focused on the doubt
yeah,
and the doubt of love. And I don't know if I love that interpretation, but this is such a good show that I can look past it.
yeah, it's so good. Like, like the love story is a guise for the larger story that's being told there.
Yeah.
It's an ecological and existential critique of unfettered capitalism,
Yeah.
and like I think that's the heart of it. And then to like get the masses to enjoy it, it's like also a love story, which is like good and cool and all, but I don't think it's a thing to me.
No, but I'm just so nitpicky. I feel like one of those Odyssey bros right now. I'm like, no, Eurydice just died. She stepped on a snake, and they have the snake bit in there.
Right,
But I mean, there's so much. She didn't decide to leave him. 'Twas a cruel twist of fate that led her there. She did not make any decision to leave him, but it doesn't work for this because you want it to be like capitalism is terrible, which I agree.
right.
We're there. I'm with you. But I do think I have I prefer a different Eurydice and Orpheus
Right.
interpretation that is also on Broadway, which is Moulin Rouge.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah, no, as we've said with our Bible movies, like I think it's so fun for modern reinterpretations to
Yeah.
remake stories that are relevant. And I think that's why I love the story. Like I don't care what the original content says. I care what Anais Mitchell says happens. That's my
Okay.
canon.
Pop up. And you know what? And that's why I love Prince of Egypt. I'm like, who cares about source material here?
Yeah.
We're having
Right.
fun.
Right. For me, the source material is Exodus. For you, the source material is DreamWorks. And that's fine. Like
And that's
we're,
fine.
we're both having the time of our lives.
Oh yeah, but you're having the time of your life with Hadestown, and I'm over here reading Ovid and Virgil.
Which I, things have swapped. What's going on, Jodie? I am in the midst of reading the Odyssey now, so like we're living it up in our Greek era right now.
Yeah. Maybe
And
to making a hard turn into pantheons.
yeah, like, and I'm reading the Percy Jackson books. Like I, I'm just living in like the ancient world. Like that's
This
all I do
is
right now. Who cares about like the most recent 2,000 years? Like give me like 2,000 years plus ago. Like nothing matters. Like
yeah,
in between now and 2,000 years ago.
yeah. So Hadestown.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start? What do you want to talk about? Do you just want to talk about how much you loved it? Because I can just sit
But
here and let you ramble.
right, and I could. And like the whole point of this podcast is for people to like have a conversation and not for like to let the white man ramble on about whatever the white man wants to talk about, which is what I could do here, but I'm going to try not to. Oh, let's start with the negatives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we both share. I only have one critique, and I think
Mhm.
it's your main critique as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so let's get that over with,
Mhm.
and then we can freak out about the glory of this.
Okay.
Jodie, what's your critique?
Okay. I really need to say this in a delicate manner because I don't want to be Rory Gilmore in season 4, episode 8, Die Jerk, where she makes a comment on a ballerina's performance and then the ballerina later confronts her and is like, I've worked so hard for this, and here you are putting out this negative review. I have
What is this a
never,
reference to?
Gilmore Girls,
Sure. Okay, cool. Continue.
I have never been I've not seen a lot of pro shots, but I've never been yanked out of a theatrical experience so jarringly before.
Mhm.
Every time a character appears on screen, it completely took me out of the moment. I would get so in to the performance, and then I would remember it was a performance,
Mhm.
and it was very. I got a frustration headache because I was like, I'm in it. I'm here. I am paying attention, and then all of a sudden this voice which the voice wasn't the problem, it was the face. I'm not going to say which character it is. You're going to have to be the brave one to say it.
All right. Jodie and my critique is Reeve Carney. Like, I love Reeve Carney as Orpheus. Like, I think he's great. Like as like an actor and Orpheus, like he's great. Like big fan of him.
Yeah.
Now, compared to all of the other Orpheuses that have ever existed, is he the worst? Sure. But like he had to start somewhere. So I am a firm believer, as I know a lot of other people are, that Donald Finn is the best Orpheus. He's Irish. All Orpheuses should be Irish. Or is he Scottish? I think he's Irish.
I like Jordan Fisher's.
Yeah, both great. Um, but I think there's something about Reeve Carney's presentation of this that is a bit over the top. I don't know if you felt that, but
Yeah, no, I
it
could
felt
agree.
like it was almost like he was like if I think of like a stereotypical like homeschooled kid who's like moves way too much with like their
Mhm.
arms and like that was the vibe I got.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I don't mean that as a slight on homeschooled kids, but like you get what I'm feeling.
I get what you're feeling. I get what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
He needed a haircut.
Yeah.
I think that was another thing.
Yeah, I'm honestly not, and I'm giving him a lot. I've decided to give him a lot of grace because I don't think it was all him. Because I was watching an interview where he was talking about how they changed the character
Mhm.
so many times when
Yeah,
developing
yeah,
Orpheus, and he had the pressure of being the original one.
sure.
But at points, it felt like this Orpheus was reciting and trying to be a part of the performance
Mm.
rather than living the experience.
Okay, yeah.
And juxtaposed with the Persephone we had, the
Oh, we'll
Hades
talk
we
about
had,
Persephone.
the Eurydice, like juxtaposed with everyone else, he just didn't, there, it was not as emotive
Right,
as it needed to be for the close-up shots they did and for the other cast that surrounded him.
sure. Yep. No, I agree. Um, but yeah, like it didn't detract from me as it did for you. Um,
I
like
don't know what it is. It was the most annoying thing. So now I'm gonna go watch it again, except
right.
I'm gonna have a drink before and see if I can chill out. I don't know what it was. I've never had this experience happen before. And I felt bad because I'm like, he obviously works hard. His voice is perfect for it. I
Mm,
listened to the cast recording
yeah.
and I was like,
Which
when
one?
I'm
I've listened to all. They're so good. Have you listened to the British one with Donald Fallon? Why
no.
can I not say his name? Oh, what an Orpheus!
Okay, I will listen to that one next. But listening to him, I was like, no, these are exactly the emotions I would expect Orpheus to project and
Yeah,
have. Why didn't I see them?
sure, sure.
So that was my disconnect. But thank you for letting us get out of the way so I can talk about all the things I love.
Yeah. And like while we're on the topic of
Mhm.
Donald Finn,
Yeah.
in like the West End recording,
Mhm.
like Hermes is played by a woman, Mrs. Hermes, and I think that's the way to do Hermes. Like
Yeah.
Andre de Shields was amazing. Like no critiques on his point whatsoever. And like I'm very glad that we had his performance because it was perfect. But like hearing Hermes as a woman, I think was amazing. And like I think Andre de Shields is the only man that should do Hermes. Other than that, it should be a woman's role.
That's true feminism right there, ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen.
thank you.
Clip
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
No,
um,
it was, I really liked him. He was delightful and he,
hmm,
it was really, you could just see the closeness between him and his other castmates, which made it all the
yeah,
more special.
yeah.
And
Like
I think,
his role
sorry.
as narrator, they played like when we look at Joseph,
Mhm.
and the narrator is just kind of there. She's just kind of singing along, doing her thing. Like I think that's cool. But like the relationship that Hermes had with all of the characters, like it wasn't him just narrating; he was part of the story too.
Yeah.
And I think that was a beautiful way to do it.
Yeah. Very much spoke and evoked the emotion
Yeah,
right away from like, oh, we've already heard this before, but you're going to hear it again. and
Right.
then he's setting up to do it again. He really delivered the feel of what you're supposed to be experiencing. Oh, but it just cracked me up. Orpheus was a poor boy.
Orpheus
Eurydice was
was
a
a poor
hungry girl.
boy. And it's true. They were.
Yeah.
Persephone. Do we want to get moved to Persephone?
I loved her so much. Amber Gray is my new obsession. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. The embodiment of Persephone. And I've seen a few other Persephones since watching it. I've seen clips of like Betty Who's, but there's just something so correctly unhinged
Hmm.
about Amber Gray's Persephone. And she said she regretted making some of the choices she did for the proshot. I loved every choice she made.
Yeah.
She went big.
Yeah. She could have gone bigger.
It really,
Yeah.
anything she did, I would have been like, bravo, bravissimo. You are groundbreaking.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like she was just having fun. Like it
yeah.
looked like she was completely enjoying herself.
Mm-hmm.
Like as herself, like
Yeah.
there. Like she was like living it up on top. Uh but no, I like the thing that stood out for me from this viewing was Persephone, like as Amber Grace. Like that is the role that made this like, oh, like every time I watch this, it's like a new like I get something different from it, which is why it's so good. But like when Orpheus is like down there and they're like, we need help, like how are we doing this, and Persephone, who like is gaining from the power, like she's like being helped by the power and control that she has, like she being Hades' wife has power and control and influence. She
Yeah.
could like just do her own thing, she could do her own thing and like it'll be okay. But like her intentional choice to speak up against Hades
Mm-hmm.
is I mean, the song, if it's true what they say, is this really how the world is? Yada yada yada. It is the lament of, oh my goodness, things are so horrible. Like how can we live in a world that is this bad? And what Orpheus does is, as he said to do, is he doesn't show us the way the world is. He shows it the way it could be. And
Yeah.
like that's the whole thing. That's the hope of this whole musical, is that we can see the world how it can be. And like I think when we see Persephone, like she is the hope that the world can be. She is the position of power and influence that is choosing to help the needy and poor and hungry. And by her singing like in wait for me, the show the way so we can see, show the way the world can be, if you can do it so can she, if she can do it so can we, by her singing that along with the company, like
Yeah.
she is part of that, singing the song too. Like she doesn't have to do that, she has her own power and ability to do her own things, but by including her in singing that song, not as the leader, not as the person with power taking control from Orpheus and Eurydice, but as standing behind them, singing. Oh, it was beautiful, and like that is what makes this musical just so good. Like it shows the way the world can be, and I see that through Persephone. It was amazing. I love it.
My applauds to the editors and the people who paid attention to what Amber was doing in the background
Yeah.
to really help bring across Persephone's struggle
Hmm.
and her opinions on what's happening, because it was given, yes, verbally to us, but just on an emotive level
Hmm.
she really embodied the character and the struggles she was having. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
No, I like for sure. She makes up for any wrong that Reeve Carney may have done, in my books at least.
Yeah, no, she really and she's really what kept pulling me back in,
Hmm.
because I'm like, this woman who it she chooses, anyways, sorry,
Yeah.
I would just reiterate everything you just said.
Oh, and the fact that she's drunk the whole time and she's just like,
Stop.
oh, so good, until she's like, wait, no, something needs to change. Like
Yeah.
we need to do this, and she says, where Hades says, "Have another drink," and she like declines. She says no, as like, "No, this is important. We need to like." Oh, like Persephone is she's my favorite character. She does so good. Like, oh, I love it. I don't have any more words. It's just so good.
No, good performance all around. Very impressive how she was bent over, like stomping on the ground,
Yeah,
jiggling her arms, and then she gets up and she's full on singing
yeah,
with, and she's so talented, so
yeah,
talented, so skilled, and I'm so glad she was there.
yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Shall we move on to Hades?
Yeah, can I say something real quick?
Do you have a
I'm
critique of
tired.
Hades?
Not of Hades, just I think the westernization, demonization of Hades.
Hmm.
Percy Jackson has my favorite Hades because Hades isn't like a terrible bad guy. He is a guy, he's the god of the underworld. It's a depressing job. And like, yes, Hades is bad, but there's so other Zeus is worse. Zeus is worse. I'm sorry. Zeus did not care. Hades just loved Persephone. Did he steal her? Sure. I guess. Did he trap her? I guess. Which, yeah, I have issues with that. But, it's just people are like, oh, Hades, the devil. And then they take on this kind of
Yeah.
evangelical stance of Hades, of he would be this terrible person. In the myth, though, he hears Orpheus sing and he's like, yeah, sure, go. And there's no underhandedness. But that is my only critique of the Hades, the actor, the gentleman who played Hades. He spoke and I went, oh,
Hmm.
hello?
Patrick Page.
Patrick Page, how does your voice get that deep? And the cane, such a good addition. I understand he tore his Achilles
He
tendon.
tore his Achilles heel, which like very fitting,
Yes.
but like he had the boot, which like was restricting his movement. And I thought it was so crafty of the film to like they never showed him walking up the stairs, which like he normally does. He walks up and down the stairs so much. And then in the one scene where he went from the very top of the stairs and then it went black and then he just showed up down at the bottom, which was like crafty movie magic on a Broadway play,
So
which was so
good.
good.
So
Um,
good.
but like so like the boot made sense as it had to be there. But the cane, like I don't know how like why has Hades not always had a cane? Like that cane just made sense. It was like, oh my goodness,
Yes.
Hades has a cane. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does, because capitalism inevitably hobbles itself.
Right, right.
It just adds another layer to this
Yeah.
whole shebang, which I do want to say I do like the background critiques of the capitalism and stuff. It just sometimes when it starts getting into the mythology and twisting it around, I'm like, no, stop, don't do that. But yeah, what thoughts on Hades?
Yeah. No, again, amazing performance.
Okay.
Uh like one the scene that I always have in my head of Hades
Mhm.
is when he says, sing for the king and he like slams the stool down to sit. And I was like, how's he gonna do it? Because he has a cane. Like, what's he gonna slam? And one of the fates slammed down the chair. Love that.
Yeah.
But I think Hades is a fun character. I think he gets off easy. Like we feel a little too much sympathy for him, but I can look past it because we should like feel sympathy for the guy who's trying his best and he's just a capitalist overlord. He's doing the best he can. So whatever. And I think that did a good job. When we think of Hades, we think of like king of the underworld,
Hmm.
but I think this does a good job at reminding us that he's also like king of like wealth and
Yeah.
like gold and
Yes.
jewels and stuff like that. And we're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's also a rich man.
Mhm.
So I love that aspect of Hades being kind of highlighted there.
Yeah.
But
No, definitely.
it's
Connor had to check me on that. He's like, no, Hades makes sense as the capitalist because he is the god of wealth. And I was like, okay.
yeah,
All right.
um, yeah, King of Shadows, King of Gold. Like
Yes.
he is Hades is king of the underworld. It makes sense. But no, like you just can't look past his voice. Like his voice is just so deep and so good. I don't know. I have no like real deep comments on Hades like I do with Persephone because Persephone's amazing,
Yeah.
but Hades is also great in his own way as well.
Yeah. No, just twisted the mythology to fit the narrative we're trying to
Which
bring
is what we
across.
have to do. You have to do that in order to make it relevant and to make it fit the new scenes.
I'm just tired of the lazy demonization of Hades. It's been done, but it works for this, so it's okay. But I'm just, all the TV shows, the Disney movies. It's like, oh, Hades, big bad. And I'm like, oh, he was just a boy sent to the underworld. Someone ate him at one point, right?
Oh yeah, but they also ate Zeus and Poseidon. Like Kronos ate all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, they didn't eat Zeus. He
No,
all of the gods were eaten except for Zeus. I don't know. I
we
do
need to
religious
brush up.
studies. I don't study the classics. My bad.
So now we have Eurydice.
Right, Eurydice. She was a hungry girl.
She was that Eva has such a voice
Yeah.
that she's just a little package of talent.
Mhm.
My goodness. I really not much to say about her, but wow.
Yeah. Like she did her role well. Proud of her. Good job, Eva.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the fates?
Yes, we can talk about the Fates. Is that what you've been waiting for? I love the Fates. I thought they were so good. Some people online are like, why were the Fates so antagonistic? But I really
Because that's what the fates
loved the
are. The
approach.
fates
Yeah.
are mean.
Yeah.
like I think that's like a way to think about the world. Like if we're using the fates as something that exists, if that's happening in our universe, then yeah, bad things happen and we can only ascribe them to the fates. It makes sense that the fates are antagonistic.
Yeah.
Like if anything, we get Hermes as like if we have the two outside forces of Hermes, he's on the side of Orpheus, and the fates are on the side of of Hades. So like no, it fits because both of them are not directly impacting the story per se,
Mm.
but kind of narrating it for their own audience, and they do beautiful, amazing job.
I was obsessed with the costuming for the Fates
Mm,
because they complemented each other so well, but the shapes were different and the shapes complemented each fate and the way they moved with them during the choreographed parts really just added this kind of wispiness
right.
about them, the way they like whipped around the stage and which is also part camera angle and
Yeah,
cuts, but they just the energy of the Fates from beginning to end, I was enthralled by them.
yeah, and they're like ever presence. Like with most of the other cast, they go on and off to some extent, but the fates were essentially always there. And there's one part where like I had essentially forgotten about the fates, but then they just like danced across the front of the stage. I was like, oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Like their hands are like intertwined in this all, and they're like doing. It was so good, like having them being ever present. Oh, I love the fates. I they're so good. They're so good.
They were so
Like
good.
everything about this is so good.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. The band was great,
Yeah.
very talented. Who else? Oh, chorus. I love the chorus. The workers
Oh yeah.
on the bar. They were
Yeah.
also, the part where they're taking off their caps and
Oh
releasing themselves from this homogenized society they have
yeah.
signed up for. Each of those, they just emoted the realization of freedom so well, and it was just a single look and somehow embodying all of that joy and relief a person would feel to break free of that.
Yeah.
It was very impressive.
No, for sure. It was they were all so good. Like I've said this so many times, but I loved them all.
Well, now I feel really bad about what I said about Reeve. Reeve, you are talented. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you and Eva
Yeah.
were great in Great Gatsby.
Right, right. And they're also married now,
Yes.
which is like fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not that upset about Reeve. Like he's fine.
I don't know what it was. I don't it was an off day. I'm in my luteal phase. I'm angry and cranky. Maybe I was just hungry that day, and I'm gonna go see it again.
Jodie
And
was a hungry girl.
Jodie was a hungry girl. No, I love it. I love the costuming for everyone. Eurydice with the feather in her hair,
Mhm.
because yes, she was a songbird, but also Hades was the snake that bit her. The open interpretation of when Eurydice goes into Hades' office and signs the contract. Was
Mhm.
there sexual assault? Was there sex? We don't know. It's very open. But when you do ponder on that, it really is like, did Hades get off far too easy? Which he did. No. And also, I'm sorry, because he introduces his factory to Persephone after she comes back down. She wasn't gone a full 6 months. So he started capitalism in like 4 to 5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hades was like, I gotta build the electric city. You
In
gotta
four to
build the
five
ground.
months, he did. It ain't right and it ain't natural.
No, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, Jodie.
Yeah. I understand the point. They just had to be very flexible with the source material to make their point.
Right.
And
It's not saying that it's the source, it's not a retelling of the source material. It's making its own thing, and that's what's beautiful about it.
but they use the names. You're using
Yeah.
the names from the source material. I'm sorry if that creates an expectation for me that will stay a little bit true to it.
Right, but like your critique doesn't come this way when we do like biblical movies.
No, because I don't care.
Yeah.
I care now.
Oh, it's all so good. But
It is.
yeah. Okay, favorite songs.
Favorite, wait for me.
A classic. That's everyone's favorite.
Our Lady of the Underground.
Let's talk about that. Like we already touched on it a little, but
Yes.
like her dancing,
So funny.
amazing. I don't know about you boys. So good. uh the introduction of the band that we
Mm,
do that in the second act by name, like
yeah.
fun. Like would love that. No, Our Lady of the Underground is so good. I agree.
Yeah.
Continue.
Which is the one where she goes down, where she goes, it ain't right and it ain't natural. Is it
Yeah.
chant?
That's Chant. Yeah.
Okay. Chant.
And especially the reprise. I love Chant.
Yeah.
Um, like, and then If It's True, I cried so much during If It's True. Like, this is the first TRT movie review where I cried. So good. So good.
Dry.
The
I
like to me, If It's True is like the core of the musical. Like, I don't know, like everyone's like, oh my goodness, like wait for me, wait for me. Oh my goodness, wait
mm,
for me. But no, If It's True is the heart of it because that's the whole thing. It's it's Orpheus showing the world the way it could be. And this is the time where we see Orpheus seeing how the world is. And Orpheus is in that point of struggle. Like, is this how the world is? And it's that moment of doubt for him there where he doesn't see only how the world could be. And then we move on. And then as we move on, we see how the world could be.
yeah.
And like it's the sharpest critique of capitalism. It's the sharpest critique of the powers that be.
Yeah.
And it's it's the best song.
Yeah.
Like and like Denal Finn's version of it, the best version.
No, this really is a topsy-turvy episode because you cried.
Yeah.
I did not shed a single tear. Connor was crying.
Right,
I don't
right,
know what was wrong with me that day.
right. And you did research on like source materials, like what was going on with us? Like we are like so backwards.
I know. I'm like, I don't know if I like this, but maybe we should continue on the Greek. There's just something when it comes to the Greeks. I have feelings. I
Yeah,
have emotions. Big ones. Big
of
ones.
course, of course.
But
Have you seen the
this
Odyssey yet?
no,
Okay.
but I'm probably going to, even though is it Emily Wilson who did the
Yeah.
translation. Yeah, even though Emily Wilson did write, which what I thought was a funny little article, because Christopher Nolan was like, "Oh yeah, she inspired me." And then she was like, "No, I didn't. Like, I've seen the movie. Let's not lie. You're
Yeah.
missing quite a bit. He had slaves. Where are the sex scenes? But go see it. It's a star-studded cast," which I thought was
Yeah.
very nice and generous of her, but
Yeah.
also keep her name out your mouth.
Right. It's the same thing as Hadestown with all the Bible movies that we've done. You have to
Yeah.
adjust it for the audience, and that's the whole
Yes.
point of these
Yeah.
retellings. The retellings aren't to replace the original source material.
Yeah.
It's to adjust and look and interpret the source material for the modern time, and that's what all these things do. They're all so good.
They are. They are. I think I just took this one so so I don't know why. I do know why. It's because my favorite interpretation of it is that he makes it out and
Mm,
he thinks she has made it out too.
yeah.
And to me that is the most heartbreaking
Mm,
of the endings. I don't like doubt. Human doubt is a tragedy, but I think human excitement is an even bigger tragedy, and that the excitement is what leads him to turn around so
yeah.
quickly, and it is all based in love. And now there's this whole like discourse online about, to love is to turn around. Like if he
Mm,
didn't love her, he wouldn't have turned around. And I don't know how you feel about that, but the lay people on the internet,
yeah. I mean, that seems a little silly to me, but
yeah,
like, but whatever.
to each their own. No, but I don't know why I'm being so stringent with it. Is this how you feel when I make you watch biblically inaccurate things? Is this like this tenseness is kind of like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah, I think so. I think I do have a tenseness, but I'm like, what's the reason they're making these changes? And
Yeah.
sometimes the reasons are fine, but a lot of time the reasons are not fine.
No. And I think every reason they did for this is justified. I
Yeah.
think this is a very well done retelling. Like I said, I do prefer Moulin Rouge, which we should watch, but that's also because Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. But each of the changes they made did have a purpose.
Yeah.
And the fates did stress to you, like, don't judge Eurydice for the choice she made. What would you do if you had an empty belly and you had no food? So in that
She was
same
a
line of
hungry girl.
she was a hungry girl. In that same line of thinking, like, did she really even have a choice to leave him?
Right, right.
But at the same time, she did sign a contract. Like,
And the contracts are binding in capitalism in a
yes, they
legalistic
are.
society. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, I I love this with a passion. Oh, if we want to talk about religion, I noticed there are probably a couple biblical allusions, a
Mm,
couple religious allusions there.
let's
Um, at one point, we described the river Styx as high and wide, which one I think is fun because that's like implying that the river Styx is the wall that they're building.
yeah.
And two, that's a parallel on the river Jordan, which is described multiple times in the Bible as deep and wide.
Mm,
Fun fact that we
fun.
have so far. Look, we did. We mentioned religion. We mentioned a reference to Christianity and Judaism.
I mean, there were
Ooh.
some notes on a couple of the articles I read about the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice and the snake biting Eurydice in the heel, and some kind of allusion to that in Adam and Eve.
I mean,
I
if anything, it would be like these texts were not along
no.
with each other. Like if anything, like you could say that the Christian authors of Jesus, when Jesus does this whole thing in the Garden of Gethsemane,
Mm.
maybe there's an illusion there. I'd have to look into it, but I really doubt it.
Yeah, no. I was going through all edus, .orgs, .coms. I was absorbing everything I could for this conversation because I was like, I do have a Greek mythology book. Let me whip it out. Page 138. I did research. I hope we're
Good, good,
proud.
as we should.
I hope we're proud. I know this is an episode where you're like, hey, musical theater, let's get excited. And I'm like, but the myth, which I do really love, because when he's singing about how they're going to get the wedding band and the wedding table, that is the moment where they really emphasize like the powers of Orpheus
Yeah.
and the because he's described as making stones weep and
Yeah.
manipulating things just with his voice. And I just feel, oh, Orpheus ignoring Eurydice every
he was
time.
he
It
was writing a
upsets
song.
me. No, it's a neglectful man.
He had to get all of his la 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 laws out.
And it's just, and he does, and then he's like, "Where is she?"
Where's
And
she at?
Hermes is like, "She's gone. She
Mm.
dead. You weren't even paying attention." And I'm like, "Is that a man who truly loves her then?"
Yeah, I mean, Orpheus, what a guy, a man's man.
Not my Orpheus.
No.
My Orpheus was with the Argonauts in only one poem, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we talk ratings?
Yeah. Oh, one other thing, like
Oh,
as the aspect of a myth, I think
mm,
it's like so much of this is good, but perhaps my favorite thing is the
mm,
fact that we start with Hermes introducing this, telling us it's a sad song, we're singing
mm.
it anyways, and then we end with the same song. We that it's a loop. It's
Yeah,
all of them know how the story is going to end. All of them know what the story is going to happen, but it happens again and again, and they sing it again and again.
yeah,
Like because as the point is to know how the story ends, but to sing it anyways. That's how we get the meaning. That's how we get the hope, as if it will turn out next time.
yeah,
And it's just beautiful and it's amazing. And like, what a great way to write a musical. I loved it.
yeah,
Thank you, Anais Mitchell. Amazing.
yeah.
Jodie, what did you rate this?
I rated it a 4. It's great. It's good. I
Yeah.
like it. I
Uh-huh.
like it. There are some things that I'm struggling with, and I think I just need a different Orpheus.
Sure.
You?
Doing all Finn. I clearly gave this 5 out of 5.
Mm.
And it made it into my top 4 on Letterboxd because it's just that good. So I very much enjoyed this. I'm so excited to see it again. I can't wait when it comes out on streaming or DVD or however that happens. It's so good.
Yeah, I also feel like I'm beating myself up. I'm like, I should have talked more positively because it is so important that we start getting Broadway shows out to the general public.
Yeah.
It is so important for people to see art at this level in a
Mhm.
way that is easily accessible because
Yeah.
not everyone can experience this, number one, through a paywall,
Yeah.
capitalism. um, and if you have the opportunity to just watch a pro shot of any kind of theater, I encourage you to do that. Newsies is out on Disney Plus. That's a great one. Nothing to do with religion, but if you like
Hamilton.
dancing boys, I was sitting there and I was wondering which chorus members had auditioned for Newsies because there's just this specific kind of like footwork that I see, and I'm like, oh, you were a Newsie once ago, so I'm now going to go research those men. But yeah, Hamilton. What else? Is there anything else? There must be other things.
Yeah, I mean, of the pro shots, I think there's a Frozen pro shot out.
Hmm.
I think it's directed by the same guy who directed this. Um, but I haven't seen that. But
Okay.
yeah, there's a handful of pro shots out there.
So yeah, support the arts, support theater, join your local community theater. Make some friends. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about doing that. We'll see. But this has been the Religious Treehouse. You can find us on Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Instagram, YouTube, Blue Sky, and email us at thereligioustreehouse@gmail.com. If you are Reeve Carney and you would like to reenact season 4, episode 8 of Gilmore Girls and tell me to go to hell, I am so sorry. I do think you are wildly and wonderfully talented. I think I would have enjoyed it from further away. Yeah. It was
and
just the close-ups. It was the
yeah.
close-up shots. I don't know what it was.
And share this with your favorite theater nerd.
Yes. And if you don't have one, get one.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
life will be enriched.
It's true. All
Have a good
right.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Like, I want to be all of them when I grow up. I want to be Hermes when I grow up.
I want to be Amber Gray when I grow up. I was like, never, it's been so long since a role has spoken to me like that before. I should just such so much freedom to play around
No,
with Persephone.
like what else is she in? Like I want to see all of the stuff that Amber Gray is in.
Yeah, let's
Like
track her down.
Amber Gray, Amber. Hold on, guys. Hold on for the postlude of this episode. We're doing some research. Hold on, everyone. Let's go to the Wikipedia.
Hey, we don't do any research on the post episodes on episodes that we take seriously,
Yeah.
which I took this episode more seriously than normal. I don't like it. I feel like I had a stick up my butt the entire time. I was tense.
She was on an episode of Law and Order SVU from
Nice.
2007.
Okay.
Awards and nominations. She got a Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album in
Hmm.
2020. Which musical theater album? Which musical theater album? Hold on.
It had to have been this one, right?
2020. I don't know. Hold on, everyone. Hold your horses. Oh yeah, it was Hadestown.
See,
My bad, everyone.
you're good. You're good. It
Oh,
is
it says
very
right there. It says right there. Thank you. She also won a Theater World Award for Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, which is another one I want to see. Leo Tolstoy. Anyways, thank you all. Bye.
bye.